Hello my beautiful Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. This is your horoscope for June 2026 and I have to say this is a very important and very powerful month for you. June begins with a strong focus on money, income, payments, financial decisions and your values, your resources and the way you earn or receive money. But as the month unfolds, the energy moves into something much bigger, like travel, foreign countries, education, any kind of documents, legal matters, important conversations with people far away, and decisions that may change the direction of your life. And by the end of June, one of the biggest astrological events of 2026 happens for you. If you are Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, or Scorpio Rising, this forecast is for you. So let's begin. Now the month begins under the influence of the full moon that happens on May 31st. This full moon will be active during the first week of June, and for some Scorpios you may feel it even until around June 10th. This full moon lights up your second house, and the second house is the house of money, income, salary, personal resources, possessions, valuables, self-worth, financial stability, and what you consider valuable. So, at the beginning of June, Scorpio, financial matters may become very clear. You may receive money. You may receive a payment, you may finish a project and get paid, you may see results from your work, or you may receive news about your salary, income, clients, prices, contracts, or financial documents. For some Scorpios, this full moon may bring a new client, a new job opportunity, a new source of income, or clarity about how to earn money. For others, it can bring the completion of a project, the end of some financial chapter, or a decision about whether something is worth your time and energy. The second house is also connected with purchases and valuable possessions. So, some Scorpios may buy something important. Something for the home. It can be a car, technology, jewelry, furniture, equipment, or something that has long-term value. This also can be connected with investments, savings, bank accounts, financial planning, or documents related to money. On June 2nd, Mercury enters Cancer. For you, Scorpio, this means Mercury enters your ninth house. And this is very important because Mercury will stay in this area for a long time until August 10th. Mercury is the planet of communication, thinking, documents, calls, messages, travel and learning, negotiations, contracts, and any kind of decisions. And your ninth house is connected with foreign countries, long-distance travel, immigration, visas, passports, legal matters, higher education, universities, publishing or teaching, international business, spirituality as well, and philosophy, and your vision of life. So, from June 2nd, Scorpio, you may begin to think more seriously about travel or distance. You may book tickets, you may plan a trip, you may communicate with someone who lives far away. You may deal with people from another country or another culture. You may apply for a visa, passport, residence permit, maybe citizenship or legal documents. You may have interviews, consultations or paperwork connected with foreign countries. For some Scorpios, this can bring a long-distance relationship or communication with people, with someone from another culture. You may receive messages from a person who lives far, far away. You may reconnect with someone abroad. You may begin a conversation that opens a new door. The ninth house is also education, so this can be a time when you decide to study, to teach something new, to take a course, return to the university maybe, prepare documents for education, publish something, write a book, create content, or share your knowledge with a larger audience. But Scorpio, there is something very important here. Mercury will turn retrograde at the end of June in the same area of your chart. So if you're booking tickets, hotels, flights, make any appointments, interviews, or legal meetings, try to choose flexible options if possible. Now, one of the most beautiful periods of the month is June 8th to June 10th. You may feel this energy even a little early, around June 7th. Venus connects with Jupiter in Cancer in your 9th house again. Venus is the planet of love, money, beauty, gifts, harmony, attraction, pleasure, and support. Jupiter is the planet of luck, abundance, growth, protection, expansion, blessings, marriage, children, and big opportunities. When Venus and Jupiter meet, this is one of the most fortunate combinations in astrology. And for you, Scorpio, this happens in your 9th house. This blessing may come through travel, foreign countries, education, legal matters, publishing, spiritual growth, or someone from far, far away. This can be a very lucky moment. You may receive good news about a visa, immigration, legal documents, education, university, some course, publishing project, international client, or foreign opportunity. You may get an invitation to travel. You may hear from someone abroad. You may meet a person from another country or culture. For some Scorpios, this can bring love at a distance. A romantic connection may begin through travel, online communication, education, or an international environment. If you're single, pay attention to who appears around June 8th, 9th, and 10th. If you're in a relationship, this can be a beautiful time for planning a trip together, making future plans, discussions, for example, discussing marriage, moving abroad, or having a deeply meaningful conversation about your future in general. This can also bring money because Venus and Jupiter are both connected with abundance. So, Scorpio, you may receive financial support through foreign clients, for example. It can be international work, teaching, consulting, publishing, legal matters, or something connected with education or travel. On June 14th, Venus enters Leo. For you, Scorpio, this means Venus enters your 10th house. And this is wonderful for career, reputation, success, public image, your status, business achievements, and your relationship with authority figures. Venus brings a harmony, support, beauty, money, attraction, and pleasant events. So from June 14th, Scorpio, something positive may begin to happen in your career or public life. You may receive compliments at work, for example. You may get attention from important people. You may attract a new client. You may receive business opportunity. Or you may get support from a boss, manager, or some mentor. You may be invited somewhere, you may become more visible. If you have your own business, Venus in the 10th house can help you attract clients, improve your reputation, promote yourself, refresh your brand, update your public image, or receive positive feedback. This is also a good period for interviews, presentations, public appearances, professional photos, beauty industry, art, fashion, design, media, social media, and anything where your image matters. Venus in the 10th house can also bring a status change. For example, status doesn't only mean career. Sometimes the 10th house can bring a marriage, engagement, pregnancy news, graduation, receiving a diploma, a promotion, a title, or a public announcement. Something may change the way other people see you. So from June 14th, you may begin to look more attractive professionally. People may notice your talent, people may want to work with you, and this is especially important because Jupiter will enter this same area at the end of the month. On June 15th, we have a new moon in your 8th house. New moons brings new beginnings, and the 8th house is one of the deepest houses in astrology. It rules shared money, partners' money, family money, loans, credit cards, taxes, insurance, inheritance, investments, business funding, like settlements, divorce finances, joint property, deep intimacy, trust, psychological healing, and transformation. So around June 15th, Scorpio, a new financial chapter may begin. This may be connected with money that comes not only from your own salary, but from through another person, organization, bank, partner, investor, client, or institution. You may apply, for example, for a loan. You may receive financial support. You may discuss taxes, deal with insurance, start a new investment plan, or you may talk about inheritance. Also, you may organize joint finances with your partner. You may receive money from a spouse, family member, bank, or business connection. If you are self-employed, this new moon can bring a new client, a new contract, or a new financial model. If you're in business, this can be connected with investors, sponsors, partners, or funding. But Scorpio, the 8th house is not only about money. On June 21st, we have a solstice. This is one of the most powerful, energetic turning points of the entire year. Spiritually, the solstice is connected with light, renewal, strength, clarity, and the victory of light over darkness. For you, Scorpio, this solstice is especially meaningful because so much energy is moving through your 9th house, the house of faith, wisdom, spirituality, higher knowledge, and your belief in the future. This is a beautiful day for prayer, meditations, gratitude, candle rituals, and journaling, intention setting, or simply connecting with your higher self. And pay attention to your dreams around this time. Also, pay attention to messages, symbols, repeating numbers, conversations, and inner feelings. This can be a magical day for setting intentions connected with travel, education, legal matters, publishing, spiritual growth, and career success. On June 22nd, the Sun enters Cancer. For you, this means the Sun enters your 9th house, and this adds even more light and energy to the themes that Mercury has already activated from June 2nd. So from June 22nd, Scorpio, questions connected with travel, foreign countries, education, documents, legal matters, teaching, your belief systems, and your long-term vision become even more important. The Sun brings clarity. It helps you see what is important. So something may become clear around this time. You may understand whether you want to travel or not. You may receive news about documents. You may make a decision about your education. You may speak with someone abroad, or you may begin preparing for a long journey. You may feel inspired to teach, to write something, to publish, or share your knowledge. The 9th house is also connected with truth. So this period may help you see the bigger picture. Maybe something that felt confusing before begins to make sense. Maybe you realize why certain delays happened. Maybe you understand that your life is asking you to expand. Scorpio, your world may become bigger in June, not only geographically, but mentally and spiritually. On June 29th, Mars enters your 8th house. Mars is the planet of action, courage, movement, motivation, physical energy, and sometimes conflicts. And when Mars enters the 8th house, it activates everything connected with shared money, debts, taxes, loans, investments, inheritance, your partner's money, joint property, and deep emotional transformation. So, from June 29th 29th, Scorpio, you may become very active in financial matters. You may start paying off your debt. You may work with banks. You may collect documents. You may deal with insurance. You may speak with financial institutions or advisors. You may organize taxes. You may discuss loan, mortgage, investment plan, inheritance, or shared property. What else? You may negotiate financial responsibilities with your partner, for example. If you are going through a divorce or separation, this may activate discussions about division of property, shared money, or legal financial matters. If you are building a business, this may activate funding, investors, sponsorships, or joint financial agreements. But be very careful. Mars can bring energy, but it also can bring pressure. So try not to make financial decisions from anger, fear, jealousy, or panic. The 8th house is intense, and Mars here can make emotions even stronger. So if you are dealing with money or with another person, try to stay calm, clear, and strategic. Also, on June 29th, Mercury turns retrograde in your 9th house. Mercury will be retrograde from June 29th until July 23rd. And because Mercury happens in your 9th house, this may bring delays, changes, corrections, or returns connected with travel, foreign countries, documents, legal matters, education, visas, immigration, and long-distance communication. You may return to a place where you have already been. You may reconnect with someone from another country. Or you may hear from a person who lives far, far away. You may revise your travel plans. You may change tickets, dates, hotels, routines, or appointments. You may return to studies. You may decide to finish a course you started before, or you may restore documents, renew a passport, reapply for a visa, correct legal paper, or return to some old educational or publishing project. But be careful with brand new major commitments if you can wait. Mercury retrograde is not the best time for major purchases, signing important contracts, buying technology, buying a car, or making irreversible decisions without checking every detail. If you must sign something, read everything carefully. Double check every name, date, numbers, addresses, tickets, also documents, legal clauses, travel details, and especially payment terms. Also, on June 29th, we have a full moon in your 3rd house. This is very important because the 3rd house rules communication, messages, calls, emails, meetings, negotiations and documents, contracts, your neighbors, siblings and relatives, short trips, transport, cars and any vehicles, learning and everyday movement. Full moon brings clarity, culmination, results, emotions, and revelations. So, around June 29th, an important conversation may happen. For example, like you may receive a message, you may have a meeting, you may finalize some discussion, you may hear news from a sibling, neighbor, cousin, friend, or someone in your close environment. You may sign or review documents. You may make a decision connected with travel, your transport, or communication. Because Mercury is retrograde at the same time, this may also bring someone from the past back into your life. You may receive a message from someone you have not spoken to for a long time, or you may meet someone by chance, for example. You may also return to an old conversation. You may need to correct misunderstanding with someone, or you may revisit documents or agreements that were started earlier. The 3rd house is also connected with cars and transport. So some Scorpios may deal with car repairs, registration, tickets, license, transport documents, or short trips. Now, Scorpio, the biggest event of the month happens on June 30th. Jupiter enters Leo, and for you, this means Jupiter enters your 10th house. This is one of the most important career transits you can have. Jupiter enters your 10th house only once every 12 years, and it will stay there until July 2027. So this begins a powerful new cycle of career growth, success, visibility, achievement, recognition, your leadership, business expansion, and status changes. The 9th house is the top of the chart. It represents your public life, your reputation, your achievements, your goals, your career path, as well as your ambitions, your relationship with authority, and your role in society. And Jupiter expands whatever it touches. So, Scorpio, over the next year, your professional life may grow in a big way. If you have been dreaming about a better career, Jupiter in your 10th house can open that door. If you have been building a business, this can bring expansion. If you want more visibility online, this can help. And if you want to work with powerful clients, leaders, companies, or institutions, Jupiter can bring the right connections. And the 10th house is also status. So for some Scorpios, Jupiter here can bring a marriage, engagement, pregnancy, becoming a parent, graduation, receiving a diploma, changing your title, or any life event that changes how society sees you. This is why June is so important. Venus enters your 10th house on June 14th, preparing the way. And then Jupiter enters on June 30th, opening much bigger cycle. My beautiful Scorpio, June 2026 is a powerful turning point month for you. So pay attention to what happens this month. Pay attention to money at the beginning of June, and pay attention to doors that open around June 8th to 10th. Pay attention to career signals after June 14th, and of course what returns at the end of the month. And most importantly, Scorpio, allow yourself to believe that you are ready for more success. Love you. Bye bye. Mwah.